was always gonna end like this. All your hard work, all your sacrifice, only sped up the process. And now, you find yourself alone. Awaits.
Hello and welcome to a very exciting IOI monthly live stream. This is the first one that we are doing when Hitman 3 has officially been announced. My name is Travis. I am the communications manager here at IO Interactive. I'm joined today by Clemens, our community developer. And today we're going to be talking in more depth about Hitman 3. First of all, we just want to say how excited we are to finally be able to talk about the game, to have the announcement out, to have the reaction going live, to see people's reactions to everything that we've done. We are watching all of you on chat. Thank you so much for joining us for the ride. The questions and the comments are blasting through. It's really great to see the reaction to this game.
Yes,
we are extremely proud and excited to announce it and have the honor of representing the entire team who have put a lot of work into the announcement trailers and the blogs that you've written, as well as continuing development on the game right now in the room behind us and the room all around us. We are live from the Copenhagen office, and it's just a really exciting time for us to talk about Hitman 3.
Yes, the entire building is just buzzing, and people are always walking around the halls and talking, because now we actually can talk about it openly. It's really cool.
Absolutely. So if you have no idea what Hitman 3 is, we can give you a brief introduction to what the game is all about. This is going to be the dramatic conclusion to the World of Assassination trilogy. We are going to take players around the world on a globe-trotting adventure to exotic, sprawling sandbox locations. Agent 47, he's back as a ruthless professional, and he's going on the most important contracts of his entire career. The game is out in January 2021 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. For the next hour, we're going to talk to you more about what we've already released, making sure that everyone is on the same page for where we are with Hitman 3, and we have some more news to share as well. Yeah. First, though, we want to give you the full agenda.
Yes, let's give him.
So, we're going to talk about Hitman 3, about what's already been released. We're going to talk a little bit about Dubai, one of the locations that we've shown.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to talk about how it was for us on announcement day.
Yes, because it was not a normal announcement day, I would say.
It was a big surprise. We want to talk a little bit about that. Then we have our news section.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be integrated with our usual questions section. So if you've been asking questions on our community channels, this is where you can expect some answers. And we're going to end with a news section.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 15th episode of our monthly live stream that we're doing. And we're going to end with a news section called Community Highlights.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to show some of the artwork and some of the creativity that comes from our community and give it a spotlight on our live stream. So, that's the agenda. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the game and what we've already shown off so far. So, Hitman 3, we've already talked in the blog.
I lost the mic
already. You've lost your mic. We've released on IOI.dk, we've released an announcement blog. This was my passion to get this written up, where we talked about the game and what you can expect from it, where we talked about how we are making the game the ultimate place to play all of the games in the trilogy. We've talked a little bit about developing the game and publishing the game, and we talked about locations as well. But I want to start with the story. A little bit about the story and what you can expect. So, Agent 47 in Hitman 3, he joins forces with Lucas Gray. Lucas Gray is a character who you can see on the screen who's been a part of this story from the beginning.
Yes.
From the release of Hitman 1 in 2016. And together they have one ultimate mission, which is to eliminate the Partners of Providence. This has been an ongoing part of the storyline that's happened over the previous 2 games, and in Hitman 3 it concludes. Hitman 3 is very important to know, is the conclusion to this trilogy. And of course, things don't always go as planned. So as their hunt intensifies, they're forced to adapt, and the story will take over from there. And I think one thing that's really important is that there will be closure to the storyline.
Yes.
That's a key element of the game.
It's the final.
It's the final chapter in the trilogy. Right?
Yeah.
So one of the really, really cool things we're doing as well, as you know, that's something I think you're really excited about, is when players have Hitman 3 and they have it installed, if you have already purchased and own Hitman 1 or Hitman 2, you'll be able to import those locations into Hitman 3.
Yes, so you have like all the world of assassination under one roof.
Yes. Essentially, that will mean that if you've been with us on this journey and you've bought the previous games, you'll be able to have Hitman 3 with all, I think it's more than 20 locations.
Yeah.
Everything we started from the prologue and training all the way through to the final mission of Hitman 3 can be played within Hitman 3 if you own all of those locations.
Yes.
But we also know that players are asking for progression to carry over.
Yes.
So
That's
we announced it in the blog.
Yeah.
And we're going to make sure everyone knows it now, that if you have progression with you in Hitman 2, you'll have the option to carry that over with you into Hitman 3. So that when you start the game, when you start Hitman 3, the unlocks and the items that you have can be carried over with you, making sure that the time you spent in our previous game feels worthwhile.
And that has been a huge thing for a lot of our players. Fans have really want this, right? And they've been asking for it, and it's just a joy for us to finally confirm it. That we have known this for some while, but we haven't been talking about it, obviously. So we're really looking forward to that.
And of course, there's questions about exactly how it will work, and we are seeing the questions of what about this specific thing, and I'm in this scenario with this version, how does it work? At a later date, we will confirm all of these details of every path you need to take, and we're making sure to make it as simple and easy to follow as we possibly can. The team that's working in the room behind us are the team that are behind this, and they are working very, very hard to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible.
Yes.
Another thing we want to talk about, and I think this was a really powerful sentence that we had in the announcement blog. Hitman 3 will be developed and published by IO Interactive.
Yeah.
So for us, that's a really important thing. We are ready for the challenge, and together with our players and our community, we're going to go on an adventure together.
Yes.
We are the developer and the publisher, and this is where we can deliver the game directly to our players, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
It's a joint collaboration between the Copenhagen office, where we are right now, and the Malmö office in Sweden as well. Those 2 offices together create IO Interactive as a whole. So self-publishing the game and the sole developer of the game as well. Pretty much everything that goes into Hitman 3 will come one way or another from IO Interactive.
Yes.
Which is really exciting to share.
It's exciting and daunting at the same time, but it's just going to be an incredible journey, and I can't wait for us to embark on it in
Absolutely.
January.
So the other thing that we want to talk about is the locations. So, locations are extremely important for a Hitman game. People are always asking, where are we going?
Exactly. That
What's
is like
next?
the prime thing of Hitman. It's
Absolutely.
like, where are we going?
Yes. And we gave you a small glimpse of some of the locations that will be going on in the announcement trailer that you just saw at the start of the stream. We've already seen the speculations. People are already trying to guess where those things are, what locations they are, trying to translate the texts and what the locations look like, and all sorts of different things.
There are various forums where people are
Yes.
deciphering this trailer to almost down to the pixel. It's
Yes.
crazy. It's amazing. At the same time, it's awesome.
So the game will have 6 locations, and when the game launches in January 2021, players will be able to play and access all of them on day 1. All 6 locations available. There's so far only one location that we've shown off.
Yep.
And that's not going to change for this stream either.
No.
We are focusing on Dubai as our announcement location, where we have Agent 47 literally on top of the world. I think now it's time to talk a little bit about Dubai, about the location that we've shown off, and show you a little bit about it.
Only death awaits.
So,
Look at that
Dubai,
image. It's just a beautiful image.
Dubai is a breathtaking start to the game.
It is.
It's also the first location that you will play in the game, and we've said it already, and we can say it again, that you start literally on top of the world. Agent 47 is in the current build of the game. He's able to get specifically where you see him on that screenshot right now. That isn't a marketing screenshot. Of course, big asterisks, things might still change, but when we created the screenshot, I was assured that it is accurate. I wanted to make sure that, can you actually get there? Can you stand there? Yes, I was told.
Literally the first thing you said when you saw it, like, oh, it's amazing. Can you really get there?
Yes, of course.
It's amazing.
So, yeah, Dubai, you are on a skyscraper. It's the tallest building in the world, and it's really a great showcase of a level for us to show what we're going for with Hitman 3.
Yes.
It's going to be a fantastic level to explore.
Yeah.
So whilst you're there, 47 of course is on the hunt for the targets on this huge sandbox location. That's what Hitman locations are known for, and Hitman 3 is no different. You can expect sandbox locations, you can expect freedom of choice, you can expect AI that will react to what you do, that tells stories, and all of the core gameplay elements that you would expect from a Hitman game, and you would expect from Hitman 3 are going to be there. So we're talking things like taking disguises.
Yes.
Taking on the persona of other people.
Eavesdropping. Listening to people.
Exactly. Small conversations that are going on.
You know, a lot of dialogue has been written for this game as well.
Of course. You can also cause distractions.
Of course.
You can manipulate the level. You're able to use items that you find for multiple things. You can use them as distractions. You can use them as weapons. There's a lot of things that you can do. Of course, the puzzle element of Hitman is there as well. You know, there's always puzzles to solve. There's always things to figure out. There's always places to explore. And Hitman 3 really rewards you for doing that.
Yes. And it's all wrapped in a visually stunning scenography. It looks amazing.
And I think the screenshots that we've shown so far, the one you can see there, really shows that off. That the level itself is going to be a really, really beautiful level that will start the journey of Hitman 3 in a fantastic way. So we've talked about some of the core parts of the game. Yeah. What we've seen in the blog already. We've talked about
gathered all in
Dubai.
one place now. Yeah.
Everyone's on the same page. So I think it's time to talk about, sort of bring our community, bring our fans into the loop of what happened for us on that day.
Yes.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about how it was for us to announce the game and what went into it.
Only death awaits.
So, June 11th, Clemens. June 11th was a day that was, for us, a big surprise.
Yes.
We were, of course, we knew, and we had made arrangements long before that Hitman 3 would be announced on the PlayStation 5 showcase event.
Yeah.
The reveal of the PlayStation 5.
Exactly.
And it was top secret.
It was. And I mean, even in here.
Yeah.
It was top secret everywhere.
It was the most top secret thing that we were not able to talk about. We were asked to keep it as much of a surprise as possible before we announced the game. That also meant not talking about the event that the trailer was shown on.
Nothing.
Not making any teases, not
and
tweeting anything.
Not teasing is hard.
It's definitely hard for me not to. I know there was some ways that I was able to show I was excited about what I was doing without giving anything away. It was really satisfying for us to, in a strange way, to watch people speculate about where we might announce the game, and then we were sat there thinking, nope,
you're wrong.
Nope,
wrong.
that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And there was very few people, I think, who guessed or sort of tried to say, I think we will see Hitman here.
Exactly. That was really enjoyable because we were like, oh, people are gonna guess it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we really looked for people like, oh, are they onto something? But a lot of them, they were far away.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, it's
really
also
cool.
So it worked. Like
Yeah.
the total secrecy from
Yeah.
everyone apparently worked.
And then I think there was for me, like we were sat here.
Yeah.
So we had a very long day. The announcement stream
came in
started
early.
at 10 p.m.
We had a lot of small things that we needed just to make sure it was right, and it's like a snowball effect because then
Yes.
it does 1,000 things. Like, oh my god, we're gonna do that, or
Yeah.
we didn't have that right ready and stuff. But it was, and there was this accelerating feeling. Like we were like really hyped,
Yeah.
and people were like, what's wrong? What are you guys up to? I don't know. Can't tell you.
I had a list of post-it notes that were being ticked off of get press release ready to send, done.
Yeah.
Announcement blog is prepped, ready, everything ready to go, done. The website, hitman.com, change over from Hitman 2 to Hitman 3, that's done. Boom. Sort of ticking off all
Yeah.
these boxes until about 10 o'clock, where we got to sit down and watch the show.
Get a good burger. We got a good burger.
We had a good burger, that's
Yeah,
true.
we had a great burger.
And I think the day after, I went back and I watched the stream, like the trailer before and our trailer, because we were getting ready for an interview we were doing. So
Yeah.
whilst we were at the studio trying to watch the event happen, I first saw it on my phone because I was in a different room getting ready in a situation similar to here on the camera, right? So the actual reveal was not that exciting in the sense that I didn't get to sit at home and watch it and go, that's us.
Yeah, but
It sort of happened while I was doing something else.
Yeah.
So the day after, I came and sat down and watched the previous trailer and watched it all go through. And I think the starting point where it just goes boom, and you see 47, and then the flashes of the trailer start. I could just imagine that people who were not expecting this, who wanted the new Hitman game, just absolutely thought, this is that's it, and sort of got very, very excited about everything that was coming.
And it was,
I shared the hype of Hitman fans everywhere of it's a thing that's happening, we can finally talk about it. And this was the day after.
Yeah.
I'd seen the trailer 100 times until that point, maybe even more, and just watching it as part of the YouTube video that PlayStation put out was like,
I sit down and
I could
enjoy
feel
it
the
somehow.
impact.
Yeah, it
I could
was
feel the
crazy. I
impact.
ran directly to a Twitter tweet tag and check out on our Twitter feeds, and it
That
was
was just
exploding with good-
push.
I was overwhelmed of the joy. Like people now know it's happening. We have showed an awesome trailer. We had showed off to buy, and people are so excited. I mean, it was exhilarating just walking around on this cloud and prepping your interview.
Yeah.
And I saw the trailer, heard the trailer, and then after that it was just like a haze. So it was really
For
cool.
sure.
It was amazing.
So there was a whole lot going on, but the thing I want to talk about is some of the more personal stories that I think maybe don't come across in the announcement blog, right? That's all about the game, but so just to paint the picture, a timeline, we were in the morning quite early. Everything got ready for the game. 10 p.m. our time, the show starts. At about 11:15, our trailer hits.
Yeah.
Our internet and our community goes absolutely berserk in excitement and hype. We do an interview with Jeff Keighley. That's going out live after the show.
Almost right after.
And then I think we left the office probably after midnight.
Yeah.
And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, what were you doing?
I was going to motorbike class.
Motorbike class.
Yeah. So I'm taking a driver's license for my motorbike. So
Right.
and I have to go night riding.
Right.
That was like a thing you have to do. And they had the late one, so I was like, I'll take the latest you have. I'm like, why? That's late. They were like, yeah, okay, let's do it 1 a.m. So I came directly from the office, bike to the school, drove around
on your pedal bike.
on my pedal bike.
Yeah.
Then get to the real and jump on the motorbike and cruised around for 2 hours in the forest in the northern of Zealand.
Yeah.
And I drove back. I was home around at the school around 3 a.m. Checking Twitter constantly when I got off the bike. Of course, not while I was driving. Checking Twitter, tweeting. I was just I couldn't fall asleep when I got home.
I can imagine the Kotaku headline. Hitman 3 developer announces game, goes on motorcycle class. It's like one of those unique
Reading
stories.
his phone while driving, is that?
And you must have been, so you were driving around for 2 hours, so 3 a.m. after a whole day of crazy announcement excitement, you're on a motorbike class, and then somehow trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Probably being very tired and very full of adrenaline
But
at
it was
the same time.
so I was not that tired because adrenaline took over. I think when I jumped on the bike and this fresh air. But it was really cool because I was so hyped on the announcement. I was so hyped, and so I wasn't tired at all. And then getting all this fresh air and just thinking of like, okay, man, this has been an awesome day. Think about it. I started here, announced the game, drove by in the forest in the middle of the night with no people around, go home, sleep. Oh, I didn't sleep that much because I couldn't fall asleep. But yeah, it was quite an eventful day. It was great. It was
Eventful
awesome.
to say the least, right?
Yeah, eventful.
Okay.
That's what I say at least.
So, personal stories aside, let's talk about Hitman 3.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the new things that we want to share, some of the things that we want to confirm. Let's do that now. So, let's talk about the news section. Let's talk about some of the things that we want to reveal today and some of the questions that we've seen come in from our community. We are usually, I'm quite proud of how we answer a lot of questions on our streams, and we usually don't get to them sometimes. But this time we've sort of intertwined news and questions.
Yep.
So we want to start with the big thing we want to talk about. So some people might already know this, but Hitman 3, the main cast of the game, we want to show you that now. So we are extremely happy to confirm that in the center, as the lead role, as Agent 47, David Bateson will once again take on the role. And I think we are probably close to some sort of world record of a voice actor voicing a character for the longest time.
Yeah.
David Bateson has done all of the Hitman games.
Yeah, from 98, right?
From
now,
Codename 47 in 2000
yeah.
through till Hitman 3 in 2021.
Yeah.
So for 21 years, by the time you hear David for the first time in Hitman 3, he will have been doing the voice for 21 years.
He is.
We are very happy to be able to confirm that. David, of course, I think has done some recording already. Yes, we will be talking more on social media about our cast.
Yeah.
We also want to, of course, talk about the other characters. Agent 47, of course, central to the plot. Other key characters, of course, Diana Burnwood. So again, Jane Perry, who's done a fantastic job as Diana Burnwood, will also be in the game. And the other main character of the trio is Lucas Gray, the Shadow Client, Agent 47's childhood friend. Sort of the only one of the very few links to his past. Together with Diana, the three characters form the central elements of the plot. Together, of course, with the Constant.
Yeah.
And the Constant, voiced by Philip Roche, is who you see in the announcement trailer. It's who players are not see. Oh, you see.
You see him,
but you also hear him.
Scary. I mean,
You
that's
also
nightmare
hear him.
material almost when he comes out of the darkness.
Yes.
I think it's just so cool. I really like that.
He also has the pleasure of announcing the tagline of "Death Awaits."
Yes.
For the first time that you hear that.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah. And of course, perfectly positioned next to Lucas Gray is Olivia Hall, who is voiced by Isora Bar Brown. To round out the cast, this of course is the main cast, but we also have targets, we also have NPCs.
NPC,
there will be other characters that are involved. We're calling this the main cast, and we are really excited to confirm that these 5 characters and who's going to be voicing them in Hitman 3.
Yes.
So that's the first piece of news that we have.
47 is back.
47 is back. David Bateson is back.
He is Agent 47.
Okay, we also want to talk about some more elements of the game itself.
Yeah.
So the one thing I want to talk about is the tone of the game.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to that in the announcement blog. But I think the trailer sort of told the story itself.
Yeah.
So when we look at the trilogy as a whole, you know, Hitman 1 is about 47 being a professional.
Yeah, it's the professional version, right? It's
him on top of his game.
Yeah.
He's going to... We sort of start with Paris. He's got a VIP, sort of reintroducing the character. He's back. It's about being professional.
Yeah.
47 is always a professional. But in terms of a theme of the game, that sort of fits quite well, the tone. Hitman 2 then became a little bit more playful.
Yeah.
It was about a playground and sort of being very creative.
And
really
the world
had a focus on
the
that.
tagline was "The world is your weapon."
Yes.
So it was a fish and
Yes.
a more humorous take on
course.
assassination. There was also the dark and tones of the game, but it was in a playful setting.
Yeah.
Also, you see a lot of the disguises, the flamingos and
Things like
whatnot.
that,
Yeah.
right. So then we get to Hitman 3, which is a lot more... It's a lot more mature. It's a lot more serious. It's a lot more... It's a bit darker
It's
as
dark.
well.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like professional playthrough and then dark. There's a lot more to it. There
Way
are
more.
many nuances, but
Oh.
if you were to look at the three and sort of plot them,
Yeah.
it's also quite, I think, thematic that if you look at the key art, if you look at the artwork that we have for Hitman 3,
Yeah.
it's black.
Yeah.
The
and
main
it's-
color is black, and 47 is you see at the start in the dark forest,
Yes.
right? And then in the other titles, the key art for Hitman 2 is what we call hot magenta. It was a reddish, pinkish color, and Hitman 1 was white.
Yeah.
There is
Like
a very strong theme across the three games for where each one fits, right?
Mhm.
I think that's a really, really interesting thing for us to get across
Yeah.
of what
And
people can expect from the game.
you also see that, talking about the colors, right? You see the professional color in the white was very clean and pristine. It was
Yeah.
like there was no wrinkles in the shirts,
No.
and not at all. It was just core
Yeah.
professionalism.
Yeah.
Again, Hitman 2, a little more playful. The key art there was some. We have like a lot of pictures with different elements, like iron and fish,
Yeah.
and like different kind of like.
Yeah, like
more-
the neon lights sort of thing, like an
Yeah.
iron and a
yeah,
pool ball.
a pool ball, yeah, and a
stuff like
muffin,
that, right? Yeah, and a muffin.
Yeah,
For sure.
exactly. And this is more dark and more brutal.
And that's not to say that the key elements of, Hitman is a game that has elements of humor running through it. Hitman 3 will have those things.
Of course,
It's just more the general tone
Yeah.
is not people getting slapped with a fish.
no.
It's more you're going to Dubai on the hunt for the partners of Providence. There is a
And it
tonal
lays
shift there.
also in the tagline, "Death awaits." It's
Yes.
more. This is
Yes.
about the conclusion.
And as we move through the campaign of the game, and as we talk more about it, we will tell you more about this by the people that are writing the story and defining the tone. There are better people in the building that can talk to that. We just want to give you the headlights. Headlights? You've got me
Headlights.
talking about motorbikes and battles and all sorts.
Like,
I'm just thinking about Hitman 3 right now. So let's talk about the story. This is something that I think is really, really interesting
Yeah.
that the team are doing. So in a Hitman game, the sandbox is the king.
exactly.
And in Hitman 3, that's not changing.
No.
Nothing messes with the freedom of choice. Nothing gets in the way of freedom of choice and approach and the agency that you have as a player. What we're doing with Hitman 3, though, is more than we have done in the previous two games. We're sort of intertwining the game's narrative into the gameplay ever so subtly. There are elements of the story that you will discover and you will be told as you play through the sandbox location, which means that you are not solely relying on a cutscene
No.
at the end of the mission
No.
to give you a story beat. You will have a continuous flow of rock solid Hitman sandbox gameplay, and you'll come out of that sandbox knowing what the next step is or what has been resolved. There is a real close link between the cutscenes and the sandbox gameplay.
Yes.
And it's really important to stress
Yeah.
that the sandbox is king.
Of course.
And
that's what makes a Hitman game.
Yes, exactly.
It's like
and many of these elements are also introduced for the first time, and then because replayability is such a strong element of the game, you are free to play the game how you want to. For sure,
yeah.
it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah. It's gonna be hell of exciting.
So let's talk about some of the questions that we've seen people talk about.
Yeah.
One of the things I have here is about cinematics. People are asking what's going to happen when talking about story, talking about cutscenes.
We haven't
how
been
are they gonna
consistent
look?
in that from the previous.
No,
two
of course. I
games.
mean, Hitman 1 had a certain type of cutscene.
Yeah.
Hitman 2 had a different type of cutscene.
Exactly.
And then we changed that again for those players who have played the Hitman 2 expansion pass. The cutscenes there were done in a different way.
Yeah.
And the cinematics that you will see in Hitman 3 are a lot closer to the style that you see in the Hitman 2 expansion levels, but even better.
Yeah.
We have spent time talking to the cinematics team, and again, they are the ones who can come and talk to us.
Yes.
And you will see it for yourself. We saw a preview a few weeks ago at a team meeting,
Yeah.
and we both turned around and looked at each other like, whoa.
Yes. That was really, really cool.
So, whilst we don't have something to show you cinematics-wise today,
No.
we will do soon, and it's great.
It's
really,
awesome.
really good.
It's really good.
We see a lot of people asking about that, and this is our way to tell you what to expect from the game. I also see people talking about like how's the game going to be released, how can we play it, how can we buy it, stuff like that. That's going to come at a date closer to when you can pre-order, which is not today. Right now we're putting all the pieces together so that when we are ready to announce our pre-orders, when we are ready to put the game out there for you to buy, that everything is consistent, everything works, and that you're fully informed about what we're doing with Hitman 3. We're not at that stage yet,
No.
and we want to do it when we're ready.
Yeah.
We also, of course, and this is one that we're also very excited about, right? When people talk about next-gen consoles, that's a real buzz topic right now about how games are going to look, how they're going to play, what's going to be involved, etc., etc., etc. We've already shown the game running. You saw that in the Dubai trailer.
Yeah.
And Hitman 3 is going to look and play fantastically on next gen. We know that already. We've seen it. You've got a short glimpse of it with Dubai, and we really look forward to sharing more.
Yeah.
At this point, we are building our information drops, what we're going to share, and when, and they will come to you over the course of the next 7 months. It is till January. We know that people want that, but right now, all of the news that we have to share, all of the details that we currently have about Hitman 3, you can find on hitman.com. And this is something you were heavily involved with. So if people go to hitman.com now, what can they find?
So hitman.com is basically all the information we have on Hitman. Like you can on hitman.com, you can see the trailers, you can download the 4K screenshots, and you can download the wallpapers as well, both for your phone and your desktop.
Yeah.
So it's like where you can get all the cool stuff. You can also read the entire announcement blog on IOI DK.
Yeah.
But on hitman.com, if you're looking for social channels, you find a very easy way to find them up in the top.
Yeah.
Where we will share news about the game. But one thing that's really cool is that you can sign up for IOI account directly through hitman.com and stay up to date with newsletters when we are announcing new stuff for the game. So if you haven't checked it out, go out. It's been redesigned and looks more Hitman 3.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Took some. It's really cool. We got it made. It's really. It just looks like the game, dark. It's good.
Yeah.
So go check it out if you haven't, and sign up for IOI account as well.
Yeah. So IOI account right now gets you immediate benefits in Hitman 2 as well. There is a suit pack that is exclusive to IOI account, which takes outfits from previous games. There's 3 outfits. They come with you into Hitman 2. So you can immediately sign up for an IOI account and gain access to those. And there are a few other benefits as well. You can download issue 1 of the comic book that we have,
that's right. Yeah.
Birth of Hitman, which is right here. You can download the digital copy of that. And of course, if you tick all the newsletter boxes, you'll be the first one to know when we drop big Hitman news.
So if you don't follow us on social channels, it's a great way to stay up to date with anything Hitman or IO. So definitely go sign up. It's completely free. So
absolutely,
do it.
Yes. I think the other thing to say that we have touched on is that we do have a long time of 7 months coming through.
Yes.
We are making sure that during those 7 months there will be constant releases and information drops about Hitman 3, and we are already working on our next stream. Whether it's in July or August, because the summer holiday gets in the way, we don't know yet. But we're working on the next stream, and having a guest on the stream.
That's right.
To talk more direct about things such as gameplay. We'll also have guests that will talk about story. We'll have guests that talk about the game as a platform and progression. IOI Monthly is going to be a real source of information and latest news as we go through the months, through July and August, September, all the way through till January. IOI Monthly is going to be one of the #1 places to get information about Hitman 3.
Yeah, and get information you wouldn't get elsewhere.
Yes, of course. So, we have a new section that we want to go through as well. That's the end of our news section. We want to talk a little bit about some community highlights.
Yes.
So, Clemens, can you tell us about this?
Yes, so community highlights is we will start to go around, find on Reddit, Discord, Hitman Forum, or wherever,
Yeah.
We'll hunt and track down cool Hitman art.
Which people can see right now on the stream, right?
So this is made by Cats by Me.
Yeah.
She made a very cool, she, I don't know. The person made a very cool image of from the announcement trailer.
Yeah.
Of Diana and 47.
Awesome.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then the Mad Hamster made a very cool, I think, of the top of the world, 47, just standing outside.
I love this shot because of the sense of depth you get from the pipes.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
That this is a big window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's smashed. And
I think it's also worth saying that the shots that we're showing now, we've also shared to various members of the team.
Yeah.
So it's not just the internet that's seeing these. They've also been shared internally at IOI as well.
And actually, they're also running on our screens in the cantina right now.
Okay, so everybody at the studio is seeing them at lunchtime.
Yes,
cool.
Because I think they're really worth sharing.
Yeah.
And then from Ricardo Lizard, we have this poster also made out from a combination of the announcement trailer and the screenshots. And I think it's just it's an awesome poster.
Yeah, there's tons of cool hidden details in there as well,
and
right?
it's really, really well made.
I love the Diana and Grey sort of in 47's color. Yeah.
So
I think it's really sweet.
And it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you want to get highlighted yourself, just create some cool stuff.
Yeah, there's no sort of fancy way to get our attention on this. We are looking at key places. You can, of course, tweet them to us at IOI, IO Interactive. You can find us on Twitter. But otherwise, just post them on Reddit. If you're on Hitman Forum, post them there.
And Instagram as well.
Instagram as well, at IOI_studios.
Yeah.
You can post them anywhere. We will find them. I will say that if you... Reddit is easy to find, and Twitter is easy to find.
I will send out a hashtag people can start using.
Boom, there we go.
So we'll start using a hashtag that we can just gather them all. If you are interested in getting highlighted on IMI Monthly, we will go through those hashtags. And I mean, if you're skilled drawer or just think you can draw awesome things, just give it a shot. I mean,
we have a really creative community, and we want to give them a platform to show the creativity to
and we want to share that
more people. So whether it's pictures or videos, we will focus some of them on the stream. We will always give you a shout out with your name and where we found the artwork.
All the artwork found on Reddit. I didn't think I said that.
We saw the art. We saw the icon.
Cool.
We had the icon. We'll have the icon for future editions, and they will be also. They might be more robust on some months. There might be lots of artwork. There might not be a lot. Get creative. We'll give you a platform to share your work. The last thing that I want to say is. That you can join us on our many different social channels.
Yes, please do.
You will find links to them at the top of hitman.com, where you can join the Hitman Reddit, where there's lots of discussions going on. You can join Hitman Forum, which is run by fans, and you can also join
the Hitman Discord
as well. We have recently rebranded the existing Hitman 2 Discord to Hitman 3 with some fantastic artwork there. Community is a core element of our game. And it will continue to be so in Hitman 3. So please get involved with some awesome artwork, awesome discussions. We will, now that we are sort of past the announcement rush of everything, we will also have more time to personally be in those places, to answer some questions, to generally chat, to catch up with everything that's going on, and get on top of the community pulse. So far it's been fantastic.
Fans.
Yes.
So it's we want to stay close.
Yes.
And be close and be there. So
absolutely.
See you on the social platforms.
Yes. And talking of which, saying see ya, it's a perfect time to draw the stream to a close.
Yeah.
We've had a fantastic time talking to you about some of the new things that are coming in Hitman 3, and there will be a ton of new information coming to you in the coming months. We want to just give a final shout out to everyone who was involved in creating the assets, both our community and also the team here. Everybody involved in production of the stream as well. I hope that it's apparent that compared to our previous streams, this is looking tip-top, and we're going to have more streams coming to you in the coming months.
Yes, and we can't wait to share more news and make the stream even better.
Yes. So we're going to leave you with one more look at our announcement trailer, and we'll see you on the next stream. Thanks for watching.
Take care and stay safe.